Kit Kats Can Read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video. And in today's video I am bringing you my July wrap up and my August TBR. So first of all, with my July wrap up, it was quite a disappointment. I didn't get any books read. I ended up starting a load of books. So I'm hoping that in August I can end up finishing these books and then I'll be off to a great start. So without further ado, let's get started with my August TBR. So I'm going to begin with the books that I am currently in the middle of, the first of which is a reread, and this is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book that is in the Mortal Instruments series. Now, I started rereading this for the biannual Bibliothon readathon and I got really into it. Currently I am on page 192 at the present time of this video recording, and as you can see, nearly halfway through the book, but I'm thoroughly enjoying rereading it. It's been a few years since I've read this and I'm loving diving into the world of the Mortal Instruments as well, so I'm looking forward to finishing this in the month of August. The other book that I am currently in the middle of reading is a work in progress by Conor Franta. This is his memoir and I am on page 39 of this. It's a fairly short book, so I should definitely get this read and completed in August. And the other book that I'm currently in the middle of reading is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, which I sort of got a massive chunk through. I'm on 265, but I stopped it for the readathons, and so I'm looking forward to reading more of this. It's such a hunky chunk of a book, so I'm slowly making my way through this, but slowly but surely. And now moving on to the rest of my TBR, I've got an ebook that one of my dear friends has written a book of, and I asked if they wanted help in me reviewing it for them, and so they sent me a PDF of it. There is no picture of it at the moment, so it's currently on my Kindle, but I want to get it read and completed in August so I can review it for them, and I'm definitely looking forward to reading that. Another ebook that I've got to read is The Forget-Me-Not Flower Shop by Tracy Corbett. My mum contacted me and was like, my friend wants you to review her book, and I was like, sure, send it over. And so it looks like a awesome sweet chiclety novel, and I'm definitely looking forward to giving it a read for her. Now I'm going to move on to the challenges from my TBR Jar Challenge. I haven't yet completed any for like a couple of months now, and so I've changed the books around and yeah, different books to go towards different challenges just to spruce it up a little bit. So the first challenge was to pick and read a book from TBR Jar, and the book that I picked out was Hole in the Middle by Kendra Fort Meyer. This is a fairly newish book that I have purchased, and it sounds really interesting and different, and this is about a girl who was born with a hole in her middle, and it just sounds really different and interesting, so I'm looking forward to giving this a read. Next challenge is to use random.org to pick a book from my list, and the one that I picked out was Blood Promise by Rochelle Mead, and I'm super excited to continue on with this series, and I love it. It's a vampire series. I love how it's written. It's so quirky and interesting, and I need to get it read, so it was good that it landed on this number. The next challenge is to read an old review book, and for this one I decided to choose The Possible by Tara Altebrando, and I believe this is sort of a thriller, and I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a read. I love how it's blue and it's like stormy, but yeah, I'm super intrigued. And again, continuing on with the Read an Adult Book Challenge, I still kept 50 Shades Darker by E.L. James. This is the second book that's in this trilogy, and the reason I kept it is because I've already started reading it, and I'm like 46 pages through this, and yeah, definitely finding it intriguing so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes, because then I would like to watch the movie of this book and just sort of see how they did the book to the movie. So those are my reading and challenge books put to one side. I've also got some random books that I would like to get around to reading, the first of which is Orbiting Jupiter by Gary D. Schmidt. This is a really short book, so that's why I put this on my TBR, because it's literally like under 200 pages, and I feel like this wouldn't take me long to read, and I thought I would chuck it on because I'm so behind in my Goodreads challenge and I need to catch up, and yeah, super looking forward to giving this a read and seeing what this book is like. A book that I picked out of my list of 17 books to read in 2017 this time is Just One Day by Gail Forman. I'm completely sucking on reading these books from this massive pile, and I was meant to read this towards one of the readathons last month, and so I've got this one to read, and yeah, definitely looking forward to giving it a read. I feel like I should plonk it on my TBR because I've heard really good things about this book. I've then got a book that I've been buddy reading with Keisha. I haven't yet started it yet. I'm not sure if she has started it and finished it yet, but I'm so far behind, and that is Where Silence Gathers by Kelsey Sutton. So I would like to get around to reading this at some point this month. It would be good if I can. It's not that big of a book, so it's no excuse really, but I always seem to be leaving it till last when it comes to my TBR, so I'm going to try my best this month to get this book read. Then I've got this big old bulky book. I'm not a massive fan when they do books with really short stories in, and I've just never really been a massive fan of them. I just like one massive book of a book. And so yes, this is Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy, edited by Anne-Marie, and it's where some authors have teamed up with some booktubers and they've created some stories, and I thought, you know, they're short stories, so I can read like a story a day and feel successful, so that's why I thought I would plonk this on this month. And then I've got some library books that I have checked out, so I would like to get around to reading them this month. First of which is Oblivion by Jennifer Armentrout. This is the spin-off book to Obsidian, which I have read that whole entire series, absolutely love it, and I've been meaning to get around to reading this, so the library had it and I thought, you know, it's an excuse to get it read, and I'm super excited to. I then got A Girl's Best Friend by Lucy Kirk, which is a chick lit sort of book, and it sounds really sort of cute and heartwarming, and I'm hoping that I like it. So there you have it guys, that is the end of my August TBR and July wrap up, which, you know, shouldn't even exist really because I didn't read anything, so it's a disappointment of a month, but I'm hoping that August I can get cracking into reading again. I've just been starting books and not finishing them, so that's my trouble lately. I've been enjoying reading though. Sometimes I do struggle with finding time reading with my job and with seeing Ben and being around his house and looking after his dogs and helping out around his house and that sort of thing, so it's been a bit of a struggle. But I'm hoping that I can get a couple of books read in August. I just need to get back into reading again. It's just been a bit of a disappointment, but I'm hoping that I can do it. Do let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, and maybe can spur me on to read a bit better. And if you would like me to definitely read one of the books, then encourage me and then I can definitely look into it. But thank you very much for watching my video as always. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye! The mega movie The Gallows Dance, but what they're not expecting is to be catapulted by a freak accident into their favourite world. For real, fueled by love, guilt and fear, can the friends put the plot back on track and get out of the fate of the story?